Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. It is Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's video, we got a massive storm out there towards the western United States, which is going to be bringing high winds, blizzard conditions, even the chance for some heavy rainfall. Can't completely rule out some flooding, but we're mainly talking some heavy snowfall, blizzard conditions, and maybe even a little threat for severe weather. So this storm is definitely looking really crazy right now. But if we go ahead and look at the severe weather risk today, and like I said, we do have a threat for maybe a few severe thunderstorms out here towards Salt Lake City, heading into portions there of Nevada. This includes areas like Salt Lake City, heading into West Valley City, Provo, Utah, West Jordan, Utah, and then heading into Ormond, Utah. So this is definitely going to be a pretty big day for a few severe thunderstorms across portions here of Utah heading into Nevada. So if you do live in Salt Lake City, I would definitely recommend getting weather aware today. So even though the threat might seem small, it will definitely be something that we do need to watch. And as you can see, the only threat will be damaging winds today, so nothing too crazy like I said, but definitely is something to be aware about. And then as we look at day 3, as you guys can see, we do have another marginal risk for severe weather on day 3, which is going to be from Monday into Tuesday, and this is mainly across Louisiana, heading into Arkansas, back through southeast Oklahoma, and then back through eastern Texas. We'll have a chance for some severe weather as we do head into Monday. I wouldn't be surprised if this marginal risk does extend into portions here of the Ohio Valley, so that could definitely indicate some pretty good chances for severe weather, and I'll actually go ahead and draw that a little bit bigger or a little bit better. And as you see, we do expect there to be a chance for some thunderstorms across this area right here. So we are watching for a potential extend into portions here of the Ohio Valley, but there's some questions on how it really chooses to play out. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see a slight risk get issued for somewhere around this area. So we're watching very closely, and we're not really expecting really any tornado threat with this system, especially because wind shear is extremely low, so we're not really talking much in the way of tornado activity. So mainly some damaging winds and large hail will be the main concern from Louisiana back into the potentially the Ohio Valley. So now if we go ahead and take a look at your alerts, okay, we got some pretty widespread fire alerts from the Panhandle of Texas and Oklahoma back into areas of South Dakota, and then we even got a bunch of high wind warnings in effect too as well. So we got this one right here across the Salt Lake City Valley and pretty much west of the Salt Lake City Valley. We even got some more high wind warnings across California, and even some blizzard warnings too as well, which definitely indicates that several feet of snow is certainly possible across portions here of the mountains area. And I'm not talking 7 inches of snow, I'm actually talking 7 inches of snow, or 7 feet of snowfall across portions here of the mountains area. So if you do live in the mountains area, your house will likely be buried in snow, and even your car will be buried in snow. So you're definitely going to have a really hard time getting around into portions here of California. So you're definitely going to need to be super weather aware and prepared for the burying of snowfall. And now if we go ahead and take a look at the radar, okay, as you guys can see, that system is finally already heading out, and we're going to start to see a storm system already moving through parts of Dixie Alley and Indiana. And like I said, I do think we could see that marginal risk extend back into the Ohio Valley and Indiana. I think it will be something like this. That is certainly possible, but like I said, there is still some question marks on how it really plays out. There's also a chance we don't see any severe weather, but I think we will because the instability was extremely high, so that's kind of why we are watching for severe weather down here. But then as that system finally heads out, we will see another storm system move through, which could bring another threat for severe weather. This one looks to mainly stay down here across Dixie Alley. We're not really expecting any severe weather up to the north, especially because it's not looking too crazy up there. So I mean, we definitely are watching pretty closely for the potential for severe thunderstorms down here as we do head into, let's see, this heads into Friday next week. So this is definitely going to be something to keep an eye on. As you see, it does play out throughout the entire threat for severe weather. Can't completely roll out the threat up to the north, but that is not what it's looking to be like. But as we continue to take this forward, as you guys can see, that system will finally head out, and then we'll start to see another storm system move through these areas, which looks to bring a severe weather threat farther north, but there's still some questions on how that plays out too. So not really expecting a whole lot of severe weather right now, but there could definitely be severe weather. Now, if you take a look at your total rainfall, pretty good rainfall across portions here of the eastern United States, especially along the coastal areas down here towards the Gulf of Mexico. So pretty good rainfall of around 1 to as much as 7 inches of rainfall in some areas, and then we got even another area up here to the north that could see 1 to as much as 4 inches of rainfall too as well. So we got some pretty big areas that could definitely be talking some pretty nasty rainfall, but also some healthy rainfall totals because some of these areas are still in kind of a drought situation, so we could definitely still use the rainfall in some of these areas. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at your total snowfall, looking pretty plentiful across the United States. Looks like we might see a healthy amount of around 1 to 2 inches across portions here of the Ohio Valley. And what's interesting about this is that we are in March, so we don't usually see a lot of snowfall during the month of March across the Ohio Valley, but we can't completely roll out a historic snowstorm for the month of March. So we're definitely going to be watching for a snowstorm during the month of March. And not only that, look at the Sierra Nevadas, and I mean, yeah, I do mean a historic snowstorm actually, because look at that, 103 inches in some areas, maybe even 12 feet of snow, guys. That is a lot of snowfall in parts of California. So that's what I'm saying. This could become quite historic for the month of March, mainly across the Sierra Nevadas. I didn't necessarily mean it for the Ohio Valley, but I did mean it for parts of California. So that is definitely going to be something to watch for. Now, if we last take a look at your travel impacts, looking okay for most of the country, but look at the Cascade Mountains heading into the Sierra Nevadas. Look at that, guys. Extreme impact, which makes a lot of sense because your houses are going to be buried if we get 12 inches of snowfall, guys. Even you will be buried, so it will be very hard to breathe. It will be very hard to get out, so it will almost be like you're in a pool, because it will be hard to breathe and it will be hard to get to anywhere. So definitely stay inside your house until the snow does melt down. So that is definitely how impactful the system could really be. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys did enjoy this video. We'll keep you guys updated on how the weather conditions are looking, but for the most part we are mainly focusing on the Sierra Nevadas across portions there of California, mainly because we could be talking buried houses, buried cars, even you getting buried in snow too as well. So we are really watching for the potential for some heavy snowfall and even some impactful snowfall across the Sierra Nevada. So thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll do one tomorrow.